free, which is FanAppz. An example of how FanAppz work, this is a Facebook page for Rothbury, Michigan's Summer of Music. They had a sweepstakes that you could enter here. I'm sorry, this is the Dancing with the Stars example here, where they have the quiz about the poll and about who's going to win Dancing with the Stars. Sorry about that, my mix-up. There's this thing where you can decide who you think is going to win Dancing with the Stars, and this was one that just appeared on the FanAppz site itself. How it works, FanAppz is actually mostly a site for quizzes. This top row of items here is sort of their bread and butter. So they have people select their top 5 lists, or they run polls, or have quizzes of different kinds. And then some of their other things, the promotion, the coupons, the sweepstakes, can all be integrated in with those polls and quizzes and that sort of thing. And you can, of course, capture information on your fans as they enter the contest that FanAppz runs. In terms of public opinion, the survey is, or I'm sorry, the reviews are not wonderful. 2.7 out of 5 is not great, and they do have 240,000 monthly active users. Now, anytime you see a monthly active user number on Facebook, you have to assume that that doesn't mean that there are 240,000 small businesses running contests through FanAppz. That 240,000 includes people who are entering the contests and things like that. So it's and it certainly doesn't mean people who are even necessarily aware that they're using FanAppz. They probably all clicked the button that says that they agree to let FanAppz access their profile information, but it's not necessarily something that they are, that they are totally aware that they've done and chosen. And then pricing for FanAppz. They have 3 different tiers here. The Lite lets you add basic quizzes and polls and top 5 lists and integrate with your website and Facebook and Twitter. Pro lets you remove the ads, sort of do the white label integration, integrate YouTube videos, turn your quizzes into promotions, and add Google Analytics. It's only with the Enterprise option where, again, you have to call them for the price, where you finally get into them allowing you to run sweepstakes. And then it also integrates with mobile devices, adds social chat, and some other features. So I list FanAppz as, even though FanAppz does a lot of the things that I think many of us would want to do when running a Facebook contest, I list them as number 3 here because it does tend to be a little more expensive, it looks like, to actually run a contest, since neither the Lite nor the Pro will get you one of those. Number 2 is NorthSocial. This is a T-shirt contest pictured here that appeared on NorthSocial's own Facebook page, and it makes you click that like button before you can enter the drawing. It's sort of a mandatory like is a common thing with many contests. How it works, I was really intrigued by NorthSocial's offering, because what you do is you buy into NorthSocial as a service, and then that sort of unlocks their suite of apps. And the apps include things like sweepstakes and photo galleries, a video channel, sharing deals, offers only for your fans, even nonprofit donations, and things like that. So you can see the sort of mini icons here for the 25 apps that you can get when you sign on with NorthSocial. Public opinion, NorthSocial has the best reviews of any of the companies that I looked at. It's a 4.2 out of 5, and they have 10,000 monthly active users. And again, I think that could be because fewer people probably run promotions with NorthSocial because there is no free option with them. Would be a first guess, and they are a little more expensive than the company I'm going to talk about next. And so here is their pricing. Their starter package gives you access to all of NorthSocial's apps. Like I said, any of these packages does. Gives you support via their online forum and lets you engage with 1,000 fans. and all of that is probably sufficient for most small businesses. Higher levels end up letting you engage with more fans. They give support to things like email and phone, and then eventually you get to their white label options where all references to NorthSocial are removed. And then number one is Wildfire, and here's the one that I was getting confused about before. This is the one with the customized design that appeared on the Facebook page for Rothbury, Michigan, and their Summer of Music sweepstakes. And you can see here there's the option to enter the sweepstakes or invite your friends to join in also. And again, I mean, this is a typical FBML sort of thing where you are, it looks like a website, but it's all built into a tab on your Facebook page. I picked Wildfire as my number one because they really are, I mean, their primary focus as a company is on helping you run contests and promotions online. And so you can see here in their page on how it works, they give some really clear guidelines about how you set up your contests and you know, all this from beginning to end, you know, getting things set up, adding in your content, and defining your rules, and all of that. And then public opinion, I'm going to talk about two different Wildfire apps that are specifically for Facebook. The first one is called Promotions for Fan Pages. That one has a little over 318,000 active users and gets a 3.6 out of 5, which is a decent review. And then Contests for Fan Pages, which again would be the one that you might be most interested in. Here you're getting, we have 0.8 million, so you know, approaching 1 million monthly active users, and that gets a even slightly better review, a 3.7 out of 5. So Wildfire is it's used regularly, and it's you know, and people tend to like it a fair amount, which suggests to me that it works fairly reliably as well. And so then getting into the pricing for Wildfire, again, they have some tiers here, 4 different tiers, and the basic level lets you do things like add your contest to a Facebook page, integrate it with your website, randomly select a winner, and put it on Twitter as well. Standard contests, contests add a customized entry form, a header banner, and most important, I think, they lets you export the data of people who enter your contest, which is important to know for follow-up. Premium lets you create a custom design for your campaign using Wildfire's editor, and also lets you track important data about conversions. And finally, there's their white label option, which allows you to remove the mentions of Wildfire. It offers the ability to require people to like your page, your Facebook page, in order to enter the contest. It improves the metrics you can track and things like that. So Wildfire, I think, is really one of the best options around, if not the best option around for Facebook contests. Primarily because it's their primary focus, and so they really know how to do it well. It's convenient that they offer an integration not only with your Facebook page but also across your website as well. You know, the basic level service, where it's $5 per campaign plus 99 cents per day after that, I mean, that means you could run a 30-day campaign for about $35, which is pretty inexpensive. You're also paying on a per campaign basis with Wildfire, not an ongoing monthly fee as it is with NorthSocial. So with Wildfire, you could sort of plan to do your 3 or 4 campaigns every year, and you wouldn't be paying throughout the year for those. You'd just be paying when you do the campaign. So so Wildfire sort of gets my nod as the best and certainly the most trusted one. So that's it. That's just a review here. Here are the websites that you can reach. Most of them are what you would expect, with the exception of Wildfire, which is wildfireapp.com, not just wildfire.com. And then these other services have you know, their websites as you would expect, NorthSocial.com, FanAppz.com, and so on. That's it for me, unless there are questions right now. I see one question here. Going back to the something I mentioned in the news about the automatic posting services. Can fans see if you've used Hootsuite or other services like TweetDeck? And the answer is yes, they can. With your status updates, right below your status update in little characters, there's going to be something that says sent via Hootsuite, and usually has their little logo there as well. I do think that fans are conscious of when you are planning those posts and when you're not. I think that's it for now. The next Straight Talk on Social Media webinar is going to be 2 weeks from today, the 28th. Not sure what the focus topic will be yet, but we'll be sure to announce that on our Facebook page. And as always, if you have suggestions, we're more than happy to hear those. Dave Neustrauten's next Straight Talk on Telco Marketing webinar is Wednesday the 26th at 11 as well for our telecommunications clients on the call. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. I hope you all have a great weekend. Remember to keep your media social and your talk straight.